Hello everyone, this is Dharmveer sir here. So today we are going to continue with chapter 11 of grade 12 maths, which is three-dimensional geometry. And the topic of this video is plane, the different forms of equation of a plane. So let's start. So the vector equation of a plane, which is at a distance p from the origin and where n cap is the unit normal vector to the plane, is given by r dot n cap equals to p. Now if we have the unit normal vector to the plane and the perpendicular distance of the plane from the origin, then the equation of the plane is r dot n cap equals to p. Remember that n cap is a unit vector, okay, and equation of plane which is at a distance of p from the origin with direction cosines of the normal to the plane lmn is given by Lx plus My plus Nz equals to P. So this is the Cartesian form of the same equation that we discussed above. R dot n cap equals to P is the vector form and Lx plus My plus Nz equals to P is the Cartesian form, where L, M, N are the direction cosines of the normal of the plane. Clear? So pause and note down these points. Next we have the equation of a plane through a point whose position vector is A and perpendicular to the vector n is r minus a dot n equals to 0, or it is also written as r dot n equals to d, where d is equal to a dot n. Now a is the position vector of any point and which is perpendicular to the vector n, then the vector equation is r minus a dot n equals to 0. Clear? And the second is the Cartesian form of the above equation, that equation of a plane perpendicular to given line with the direction ratios a, b, c and passing through a given point x1, y1, z1. So if the plane is passing through a point x1, y1, z1 and a, b, c are the direction ratios of the perpendicular to the given line, then equation is given by a x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 plus c into z minus z1. So this was the vector form and this is the Cartesian form of the equation. Okay, so pause and note down the equations. Next we have equation of a plane passing through three non-collinear points x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2 and x3, y3, z3. In the Cartesian form it is determinant x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, z3 minus z1. Now remember this, that this point should be same. Okay, and the vector equation of a plane that contains three non-collinear points having position vectors a, b and c is r minus a dot b minus a cross c minus a. Again we have subtracted the same vector a. So the vector equation containing three non-collinear points with the position vectors a, b, c is r minus a dot b minus a cross c minus a equals to 0. Clear? So pause and note down these equations. Next we have the equation of a plane that cuts the coordinate axis at a00, 0b0 and 00c is x upon a plus y upon b plus z upon c equals to 1. That this is the intercept form of a plane which is intersecting the axes at a, b and c respectively. Clear? So pause and note down this equation. Now vector equation of any plane that passes through the intersection of planes r dot n1 equals to d1 and r dot n2 equals to d2. If we have two planes r dot n1 equals to d1 and r dot n2 equals to d2, then the equation of the plane passing through the intersection of these two planes is r dot n1 minus d1 plus lambda into r dot n2 minus d2 equals to 0, where lambda is a non-zero constant. And the Cartesian equation of any plane that passes through the intersection of two planes a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 equals 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 equals 0 is a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 plus lambda into a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 equals to 0. So this was the vector and this was the Cartesian equation of the plane passing through the intersection of two planes. Clear? So pause and note down these equations. Next we have two lines, r equals to a1 plus lambda b1 and r equals to a2 plus lambda b2 are coplanar if a2 minus a1 dot b1 cross b2 equals to 0. Now if we have two lines and we have to prove that they are coplanar, then we have to write them in the standard form, that is r equals to a1 plus lambda b1, r equals to a2 plus lambda b2, and then find a2 minus a1 dot b1 cross b2. If this is equal to 0, then we say that the lines are coplanar, that is lying on the same plane. And the two lines, if they are in the Cartesian form, that is x minus x1 upon a1 equals to y minus y1 upon b1 equals to z minus z1 upon c1, and second line is x minus x2 upon a2 equals to y minus y2 upon b2 equals to z minus z2 upon c2, are coplanar if determinant x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2 equals to 0. So if we have to prove two lines to be coplanar, if they are in vector form, then we apply this condition, and if they are in Cartesian form, then we apply this condition. Clear? So pause and note down these points. So keeping all these points in mind, let's start exercise 11.3. In each of the following cases, determine the direction cosine of the normal to the plane and the distance from the origin. We have to find the direction cosine of the normal to the plane and the distance from the origin. So there are four parts and I have solved part C for you. Equation of the plane is 2x plus 3y minus z equals to 5. So writing the standard form, we get 2x plus 3y minus 1 z equals to 5, and here d is equal to 5. Now we have xi plus yj plus zk dot 2y plus 3j minus k equals to 5. With that is r dot n equals to 5. So n vector n equals to what? 2i plus 3j minus 4 minus k, if you remember the standard form. So but we need n cap. So dividing both sides by magnitude of vector n, we get under root 4 plus n, 4 plus 9 plus 1 equals to under root 14. So we have r dot n vector upon magnitude of n vector equals to 5 upon magnitude of n. This is our n cap. Remember this. In the standard form, we need n cap. So r dot n cap equals to 5 upon under 14 equals to p. So we have n cap equals to, like I said, vector n upon magnitude of vector n equals to 2i plus 3j minus k upon under root 4 plus 9 plus 1 equals to under 14. So n cap equals to 2 upon under root 14i plus 3 upon under root 14j minus 1 upon under root 14k. So by the definition, directional cosine of the normal to the plane are the coefficients of I, j, k, that is 2 upon root 14, 3 upon root 14 and minus 1 upon root 14, and the length of the perpendicular from the origin is 5 upon 14. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 2. Find the vector equation of a plane which is at a distance of 7 units from the origin and normal to the vector 3i plus 5j minus 6k. We have to find the vector equation. Distance is 7 units from the origin and normal to the vector is 3i plus 5j minus 6k. Now we have normal vector and vector equals to 3i plus 5j minus 6k. But for the equation we need unit vector. So finding n cap, which is equal to vector n upon magnitude of vector n, which is equal to 3i plus 5j minus 6k upon under root 3 square plus 5 square plus minus 6 square. So we get n cap equals to 3i plus 5j minus 6k upon under root 70. Also distance p is given to be 7. Therefore the vector equation of the required plane is r dot n cap equals to p. So putting the values, we get r dot 3i plus 5j minus 6k upon under root 70 equals to 7, or r dot 3i plus 5j minus 6k equals to 7 into root 70. Clear? Moving to question 4. In the following cases, find the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular drawn from the origin. Again we have four parts. I am solving the first part for you, that is the equation of the plane is 2x plus 3y minus plus 4z minus 12 equals 0, and we have to find the foot of the perpendicular drawn from the origin. So given point O is 0 0 0, we got origin, and let M be the foot of the perpendicular. Therefore, by the definition of the direction ratios of the perpendicular OM to the plane 1 are the coefficients of XYZ. If you remember them, that the coefficient of XYZ are our direction ratios. So we get ABC equals to 2, 3, 4. A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3, and C is equal to 4. So equation of the perpendicular OM are x minus 0.2, y minus 0.3 equals z minus 0.k. And suppose since these three ratios are equal, so let them equal to be lambda. We used this formula over here. X minus x1 upon a equals to y minus y1 upon b equals z minus z1 upon c. So we get x upon 2 equals to y upon 3 equals z upon 4 equals lambda, or x equals to 2 lambda, y is equal to 3 lambda, z equals to 4 lambda. So point M, the coordinate of point M is 2 lambda, 3 lambda, 4 lambda. So putting the values of point M in the plane 1, we get 2 into 2 lambda plus 3 into 3 lambda plus 4 into 4 lambda minus 12 equals 0. Or simplifying, we get lambda is equal to 12 upon 9. So we have the value of lambda, so we can find x, y, z. So putting lambda equals to 12 upon 29 in this relation, we get the foot of the perpendicular M as 24 upon 29, 36 upon 29, and 48 upon 29. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 7. Find the intercepts cut off by the plane 2x plus y minus z equals to 5. Now we know that the intercept form is x upon a plus y upon b plus z upon c equals to 1. So in the RHS we need 1. So dividing the entire equation by 5, we get 2x upon 5 plus y upon 5 minus z upon 5 equals to 1. And since in the numerator we need only x, so converting we get x upon 5 by 2 plus y upon 5 plus z upon minus 5 equals to 1. So comparing this with the standard form, that is x upon a plus y upon b plus z upon c equals to 1, we have a is equal to 5 by 2, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to minus 5, which are the intercept cut off by the plane with the x, y, and z axis respectively. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 10. Find the vector equation of the plane passing through the intersection of the plane r dot 2i plus 2j minus 3k equals to 7 and r dot 2i plus 5j plus 3k equals 9 and through the point 2, 1, 3. Now vector equation of first plane. We have two planes. So it is r dot 2i plus 2j minus 3k equals 7. That is, we can write xi plus yj plus zk dot 2i plus 2j minus 3k equals 7. So taking dot product, we get 2x plus 2y minus 3z minus 7 equals to 0. And the second equation is r dot 2y plus 5j plus 3k equals 9. So r is xi plus yj plus zk dot 2y plus 5j plus 3k equals 9. So taking dot product, we get 2x plus 5y plus 3z minus 9 equals to 0. Now we know that the equation of any plane passing through the line of intersection of plane 1 and 2 is 2x plus 2y minus 3z minus 7 plus lambda of the second plane, that is lambda 2x plus 5y plus 3z minus 9 equals to 0. So simplifying and finding the coefficient of x, we get 2 plus 2 lambda into x plus 2 plus 5 lambda into y plus minus 3 plus 3 lambda into z equals to 7 plus 9 lambda. Now we have to find the value of lambda. So given plane is passing to the point 1, 2, 3. So putting x equals to 2, y is equal to 1, and z equals to 3 in the equation of plane third, we get 2 plus 2 lambda into 2 plus 2 plus 5 lambda into 1 plus minus 3 plus 3 lambda into 3 equals 7 plus 9 lambda. And simplifying this equation, we get the value of lambda as 10 upon 9. So putting lambda equals to 10 upon 9 in equation 3 of the required plane is 2 plus 20 upon 9 x plus 2 plus 50 upon 9 y plus minus 3 plus 30 upon 9 z equals to 7 plus 10. And simplifying, we get 38 upon 9x plus 68 upon 9y plus 3 upon 9z equals 17. So multiplying entire equation by 9, we get the equation as 38x plus 68y plus 3z equals to 153. And if we have to convert them into vector form, we can write xi plus yj plus zk dot 38i plus 68j plus 33k equals to 153. and xi plus yj plus 6k zk is what? R. So we get the final equation as r dot 38i plus 68j plus 3k equals 153, which is the required vector equation of the given plane. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 12. Find the angle between the planes whose vector equations are r dot 2i plus 2j minus 3k equals to 5 and r dot 3i minus 3j plus 5k equals to 3, and we have to find the angle between these two planes. Now equation of one place is r dot 2i plus 2j minus 3k equals to 5. So comparing with the standard form r dot n1 equals to d1, we get n1 equals to 2i plus 2j minus 3k, and equation of the second plane is r dot 3i minus 3j plus 5k equals to 3. So again comparing with r dot n2 equals to d2, we have normal vector to the plane n2 is 3i minus 3j plus 5k. Now we have to find the angle between them. So let theta be the angle between the planes 1 and 2. So we know that the formula for theta, that is angle between the normals, is cos theta is equal to n1 dot magnitude of n1 dot n2 upon magnitude of n1 multiplied by magnitude of n2. So we get magnitude of 2 into 3 plus 2 into minus 3 plus minus 3 into 5 upon under root 4 plus 4 plus 9 into under root 9 plus 9 25. So simplifying, we are getting 15 upon under root 731. So the angle between the plane, that is theta, is cos inverse 15 upon under root 731. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. So with this we end the exercise. So solve the remaining sums of the exercise and don't forget to solve the very important examples given before the exercise. Thank you and all the best.